grade. Now your favorite rapper name on a headstone. Too late, he already dead. Imagine when you're 30,000 feet up, what you think of? Oh, I hated knowing that my thoughts to turn to dream, cause I never knew I'd get my chance to link up. Oh, I tell you all of this unusual to me. Swear I came from the bottom, flappers living, walking dead on. Put your favorite rapper's name up on the headstone. Big for the cheese and you're dead wrong. Propaganda set the standards in the tear down.
Throw it back, yeah, I'm born to. It's talking, it's hustling me where I'm at. I'm living how I want now. No reason to look out, it's clear to see. All eyes on me for 100 degrees. Who am I? Ruthless, easy, does it. In public, hated and love it. The underdogs with liquor swabs. It was written in my diary to start a war. I'm feeling infamous, immortal with my technique. A revolutionary shining with diamond teeth. Young Don Cartagena, excuse my demeanor. This the glamour life, you still not a player. You ain't half as nice. I'm born again, life after death. I made the sacrifice, I'm super duper fly. Used to keep them hypnotized. I said my name is Juice, America's most. Ain't no half stepping, see you at the crossroads.
Money over on my headstone. Here lies young getting paid, but never take a loss on my headstone. Only take a when I'm dead. I be gang 3 times on my headstone. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on a headstone. Too late, he already dead. It was written in the children's story. Their life's a so what you want? Every day I struggle with it. Only God could jump me slipping. I'm infinitely big through the genesis. Dead presidents, drop a gem on them. On earth, these the last days. Throw your get money, quiet storm. Have it thoughts. For the cream, renegade. For the money, only green is the. I'm a player on the late night tip. So these she the tight. Fingertips, reservoir dog to the skull. Ignorant. Can I live? Still film it. Kiss to death, rep protect your neck. Three boys in the Cadillac. Grave digger, kiss to death, rep protect your neck. Shame on the three boys in the Cadillac. Grave digger. Money over my headstone. Here lies young getting paid, but never take a loss on my headstone. Only take a when I'm dead. I be gang 3 times on my headstone. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on a headstone. Too late, he already dead. Right now I'm on the edge, so don't push me. Troublesome to 96. You a shook one, breeze and know the ledge. I'm your. What's that? I smell. Let me count my. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, run. Hi, my name is Dirk Cobain. Like a. Here I go to the next episode. Ain't no damn this explosive Beast Coast. The mother ride or die for my. Strictly for my survival of the fittest. That's the sign of the police. I'm in deep cover earth, skirt, lean back. Give me one more chance. They say Jesus walks and the devil wear Prada, but I'm so deaf. God can't tell me nothing. Right this on my death certificate. I gave you power. 21 questions like who? They're warning. Watch them flashing like paparazzi. 2 words. Get money. Tonight's the night. Guess who's back on my block? Rather unique. Bucktown. This. On that quiet storm, T-O-N-Y, top of New York, with a pitchfork.
Nothing on that beat.
Addicted to balling, I have to get my cash. The money is calling. Got bands, I'm addicted to balling. I'm addicted to balling. I have to get my ends. I pull up in my Benz, flexing, counting my bands. Started getting money, I see how it feels to be rich. I live by the beach now, that's how I should live. Since I was a toddler, I knew that I would become this. I cannot move slow, that's a big no. Gotta chase this money, bankroll after big bankroll. I must get this money, I must get this money. I must get this money, get this money, get this money. I'm addicted to balling, I have to get my cash. The money is calling. Got bands, I'm addicted to balling.
jam. Run and get you that Benz, turning that party up. Used to have a my Nautica. Know the money be calling up. Friend, I'm tryna all of ya. Talking about he ballin', watch this. Started let me too quick. Went to Oakland with a few. Took 'em all you break. Yeah. Imagine what I paid for the rollie. Still from the police. 24 carats on my Kobe. That for the homies.
Addicted to balling, I have to get my cash. The money is calling. Got bands, I'm addicted to balling. I'm addicted to balling. I have to get my ends.
Honorable C note.
Yeah. Superstars out. Brand new cars. We buy the brown and the leader. Whole gang in the field, we don't do bleachers. Pockets lettuce. Don't think I'm ready. You got that swag. You got that salt, that sell it. Free mind. Cash 'em out, we bailin'. Saw my teacher, I was the same student fella. Now I got a lawyer. Straight cash, no settlement. I'm out my element. Out my element. My the same. Don't need no clout, no fame. No clout. Bought the game. All brand new chain. Ice. Swerve the lane. Call the group the gang. Whip that thing. Whip it. This shit give me. Ooh, yeah. Them boys fool you trying to do it. Bring it. I do. Don't want no. They pull up with that. Oh. It's times three. This how it go. Park $1 million at the. We gon' make 'em eat that until we go. Eat it up. Rich straight to the top floor. More PJs and rich like water, go to Cabo. Splash. Cash in the walls, hollow. Your money too small, micro. Huncho on the call, got a. Yeah. Superstars out. Brand new cars. We buy the ball now. Swing goes now. Smash. Shots and goals. Tax. Rock the shows. Big bang rolls. Cash. Now she go. For the team. Now she don't ski. Splash. Think about post now on the ground, man. Delete her. Whole gang in the field, we don't do bleachers. Think about post now on the ground, man. Delete her. Whole gang in the field, we don't do bleachers.
Ice the game, had to ice the game. So much ice, too much, had to ice the lane. Freeze the dud, had to freeze the lane. Freeze, camera phone. Turn your lights off. We been on. Came from my block and growed up, guess I'm homegrown, well known. That is my cologne. I put my wrist inside the freezer, came out froze. Ice. I put my heart inside, cause I was chose. I put my heart inside and only God knows. Get a clinics, but that baby wipe this nose. I wipe this nose. What's a link with till they explode?
Superstars out. Brand new cars. We buy the ball now. Swing doors now. Smash. Shots and goals. Tax. Rock the shows. Big bang rolls. Cash. Now she go. For the team. Now she don't ski. Splash. Think about post now on the ground, man. Delete her. Whole gang in the field, we don't do bleachers.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the architectural wonder that is the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And in front of a raucous crowd, this one is underway.
Tuesday.
Check. 53 Mike. Check. 53 Mike.
On first down, Ryan. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Mike Bennett in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
22. Ready. Like 25. Right.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 50.
From the shotgun, Ryan. And the catch is made by Justin Hardy. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
On 3rd down, Ryan. He completes it to Julio Jones. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Get up! Like 25!
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Jones has it. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Gun.
They snap it at 1. Now Ryan. He goes underneath to Freeman. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far.
Left!
Now Ryan on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination.
Hey, wait.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
I don't think either one of us is surprised about who they just targeted on that one. I mean, they're going to try and get to him as much as possible. Off to a nice start, but unable to haul that one in.
Yeah, already looked his way a couple of times on this opening drive. Can't connect there. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Hey, let's go!
Here I come again.
Ready? 25!
53, check 53.
Hey, wait.
Throwing on first down. Ryan. That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Justin Hardy, 27 yards. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. Throwing now is Wentz. And his first look is incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Second and 10 now from the 27. Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz. He's going to fire this thing. He's got a man. Complete. A gain of 32 that time.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
And he's taken down inside the 30. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. Throwing on first is Wentz. Going for it all. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Golden Tate, 29 yards. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Ready!
On 1st and 10, Ryan. Wide open receiver, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 more yards there and another first down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
On 1st down, Ryan. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Ryan now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. To play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout.
22! Ready! Back 25! Hey, watch it! We go!
Throwing on 1st down. Ryan. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 more there and another first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Ready! Ready, blue 80! Lighten up, lighten up.
Throwing again, Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Sharp there with his feet. Gets him a little extra space. And then drop just inside the 20. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. To throw on 3rd down, Ryan, and he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And Bryant's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Bryant now, after hitting the field goal, gets set to kick this one away. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
They dump off underneath to Ajayi. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. On second down, here's Wentz. And his throw here's incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. And that is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Now on fourth down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. And this will be taken at the 13. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over, 1st and 10. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On 1st and 10, Ryan. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
22!
On first down, Ryan looking deep for Julio. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Rodney McLeod that time able to knock it away. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Hey, wait. 22! Guys, halftime. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. On! Hey, wait. 54, south! Check. Ready to go!
2nd and 10 now, Ryan. Looking downfield for Jones. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Flush, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Vic Beasley able to get in and run him down for a loss of 14. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Working from the gun, Wentz. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Now he'll escape to his left. It got his man complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. He got 29 yards that time.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Grade 15, grade 15. Black.
On first down, Wentz. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Black. Waiting. 82. Go.
Wentz to throw on second down. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
Go.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And Tate's got it. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. This is a giant. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. And they'll go on the ground. Shrugs him off. A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
His throw caught at about the 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Throwing is Wentz. And that is caught. It's Aguilar for the Eagle touchdown. Nelson Aguilar from 3 yards out. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. Elliott now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10, kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, brings me right out of my seat.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the fourth. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Complete over the middle to Hardy. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one goes for 24 yards. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Freeman. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Ryan. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Ready, 25. Gun. 54, south.
From the gun, it's Ryan. And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Michael Bannon coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Boy, you sure don't see that too often.
I guess you can't really call anything a gimme, but you figure with his track record, that's a sure thing. But it turns out, it's not the case.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Here's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run, and just lost track, and it cost him.
They run again with Ajayi. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 9 good yards there on the run, and now 3rd down. And the Falcons going to use another timeout as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
This 5-2. Great. Don't go. 280. Here, shift. Don't go.
Back to throw. Wentz. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Brooks Reed with a tackle. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everybody.